Hit record. Welcome to today's team call. Today is Monday, July 11th of 2022. My name is Sandy Critides. If you are on this call, you are in for a treat today. You are either in Kelly Juni's nation, Sandy and Wade's nation, Brianna Bosenko's nation, Kayla Kukuska's nation, Margot Lloyd's nation, or Brooklyn Powell's nation. I'm like, did I get everybody? Yes. Okay, so we all come together. We do a multi-nation call. And this is a weekly skills training. This is something that's intended for you to take notes, for you to learn, for you to grow your mindset. A lot of teams in Arbonne or in any network marketing company don't necessarily do this, but we do. Every week you get live shot of inspiration. That's really amazing, right? So I'm grateful to be here with you. I'm excited to be here with you. And it's so funny. Today's topic I'll get to in just a second. I'm sure many of you guys have seen on social media that meme that's going around. I think it's like Arbonne humor. And it's like the week before Empower Live and everyone looks homeless like this. And then it's like the week of Empower Live and everyone's like supermodel. I'm like, I'm so feeling that right now. Is anyone else feeling that? Anyway, so happy to be here. So guys, today's topic is on the 4 things that you need to be successful in network marketing. The 4 beliefs that you need, right? So a lot of this might be basic, a lot of this you might know, but it's a good refresher, it's a good reminder. And I'm going to be dropping a lot of resources, a lot of tools, a lot of things that have helped me along the way and along the journey. And I know that this is everyone's going to leave this call feeling like fired up about really how simple this is, right? Because we got to take things back to the basics. We overcomplicate Arbonne sometimes. We overthink it. And we think about doing Arbonne all day, but thinking about it is so different than doing it, right? So, okay, the 4 things, I'm going to say what they are really quick, and then I'm going to kind of deep dive into what they all are. So the first one is you must have belief in the industry. You must have belief in the industry of network marketing. Can you honestly say full body yes that you believe in network marketing? You know that it works. You don't have any doubts, any uncertainties, like you know in the deepest depths of your soul that this business works, this industry works, that this could be the vehicle that changes your entire life, right? Do you know that? Do you believe that? So at first, especially if you're an urchin, I am not an urchin. If you guys remember that call from a few weeks ago, I have some urchin in me. But at first, when I was exposed to network marketing in Arbonne, I was very skeptical of if it actually really worked. I'm like, okay, I mean, it seems awesome, but it kind of seems too good to be true, right? So I had to do a lot of my own research, right? So if you're in that camp, there's nothing wrong with that. But some things that helped me really, truly believe in the industry was like having evidence and proof of other people. So I started doing research, like who are people that are successful in network marketing in my own company, but in other ones too. I started really like looking into that because I wanted to have proof that it actually worked for people, right? If you guys have not seen the documentary, The Rise of the Entrepreneur, it's an incredible documentary. You can find it on YouTube. I'm telling you right now, your next Netflix and chill, even though it's not on Netflix, it's on YouTube, is going to be watching that. It's 1 hour long. I think the first time I watched it, I had 6 pages of notes. It helped me so much how to eloquently speak about our industry and how to professionalize it, how to talk about what we do in a professional manner where people listen to you and they're like, how do I get started? Right? It's not like the spammy, creepy, unprofessional amateur way. It's like you talking about it like a boss, right? Go watch The Rise of the Entrepreneur. Who made that? Eric Worre. Who's Eric Worre? He's a legend in like generic training of network marketing. He's not specific to a certain company. Him and his wife, Marina, train everyone. Like they have a whole brand called Go Pro. It's about going professional in network marketing, right? They have a book that I highly recommend reading. They have a podcast. He has a podcast where he interviews top income earners from different network marketing companies. And you hear these people's stories and you're like, they did this, like they're not even super educated. They don't have an impressive background. Like the stuff they went through as a child, like you hear these people's stories and you're like, whoa, I am playing so small. Like if these people can do this, why can't I do this? Right? So for me, building my belief, a big part of building my belief was really being mindful of what I was allowing in here, right? Because we know this business lives in our head. This business lives between our ears, right? Is this resonating? If this is resonating, I want you to type yes. I want to know, is this making sense? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. Great. Okay. So Yeah. So the Rise of the Entrepreneur, a few podcasts that I want to recommend that really, really have helped me as well. This is something that I recommend listening in downtime every single day. You should have a daily dose, something that you're doing to build your belief when you're unloading the dishwasher, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're shaving your legs, when you're dropping your kids off at school, when you're picking up the dry cleaning, whatever it might be. We all have free time, right? We have 168 hours per week. I hear people all the time, I don't have enough time. No, we all have 168 per week. How you spend that time is crucial, right? We can each find an hour a day, 30 minutes a day, whatever, these little pockets of our day to be building our belief, right? In our household, we love starting our day like that. Before our phones are on airplane mode or they're charging downstairs, we don't even get into that until we filled our own cups. Because how can I pour into all of you guys? How can I pour into my clients? How can I pour into my team? How can I be a good human, a good mom, a good wife when I haven't filled my own cup, right? So I recommend filling your own cup first thing. Some of my favorite podcasts, guys. So I mentioned the GoPro one. He actually hasn't uploaded some in a while, but there's so many good ones that are up from the past that you could go back and listen to those. Another one is Bob Heilig. He has one called Your Virtual Upline. Great, great podcast. There's another one called Jim Rohn Talks. Incredible. Another one is Level Up by Debbie Neal. Another one is Fraser Brooks' Network Marketing Ninja podcast. He's a legend. His parents were in network marketing. And so now he's second generation network marketing. He lives in Dubai and he just has such a cool energy and perspective. Like you listen to him and you're just like, I just want to go skydiving right now. Like he's just so cool. I love him. Another great one, and she's very intense. I feel like she can either trigger you where you're like, I don't like her, or she can fire you up. And she's done both for me, but I've finally gotten to a place where I'm like, I mean, anyone that triggers you is kind of a mirror. They're a mirror of what you could be capable of, right? So I now am obsessed with her, but her name is Jessie Lee, and she has a podcast called The People's Mentor. And you'll notice, like, if you follow her on social media, she goes live every single day and she'll do live coaching sessions. And she ends up uploading those on her podcast. And she puts them everywhere. They're on YouTube, they're on podcasts, they're on Instagram. They're like, you follow Jessie Lee, you'll see a lot of the same content kind of recirculated because she puts it everywhere. Yes, Autumn, she is absolutely wild. Her story is insane. What she's been through in her life, it is, I heard her story on Eric Worre's GoPro, and it's like unbelievable. And she built to the top of a company in network marketing. I think she got kicked out. I forget for what reason. She joined another one and built to the top of that one. Like, this girl is unstoppable. So those are some things that are going to help you build that first check off, right? The belief in the industry. I personally think that's the easiest one to believe in. It was for me anyway. The second thing is belief in your company, right? Guys, this is an Arbonne specific team call. This will be on YouTube later, but for anyone listening live now, like, in Arbonne, I truly believe we are in the best network marketing company that you could possibly partner with. I am huge on history over hype, right? Arbonne's been around at the time of this recording 42 years. Most network marketing companies don't make it to their 5, let alone 10-year mark, right? We've been around for a while. You must believe that the company is always doing what's best for us, right? If a product gets sold out, if they discontinue something, if something like happens against what you like or whatever, like, you have to believe like, hey, it's okay. It's totally fine. I trust Arbonne always does the right thing and it's fine. Like, we have X amount of other products, right? The thing I love about Arbonne too, we're so huge on transparency. We're so huge on sustainability, on giving back. Like, look at the culture of Arbonne, right? Arbonne isn't just a company. We're a culture. We're a movement, right? We're a whole, there's so much more. Arbonne is a feeling. I always say that. Like, you know how love is a feeling or like anger is a feeling? Like, Arbonne is a feeling. And you know that, especially if you've been in a room with other Arbonne people. Does anyone agree? Like, it is such a feeling, right? It's such a vibe. So, and Arbonne attracts a certain type of people, right? We attract those high vibe, happy people, people that want to learn, people that want to grow, people that want to give back, people that want to better themselves and help better other people, right? There's a saying in Arbonne, you get nice or you get out, right? That's what Arbonne's all about. We're nice people over here. By the way, I just remembered my shirt says, behind every great woman, there's a shit ton of other dope ass women. Holly Kleinman gave this to me. And I should say, and a few great men, right? Or actually a lot of great men. Okay, so second thing, yeah, is belief in the company. So really, I want you guys to know, like, if someone asked you, like, so what does Arbonne mean? How did they come up with that name? What's the Arbonne story? Like, do you know the history of Arbonne? Do you know where it came from? Do you know about our founder? Do you know all these things? Because to be able to tell the full Arbonne story and take people on that journey, you really want to build your belief in the company, right? So being mindful of like, okay, how do I present the opportunity to people and give that full scope of why Arbonne is the best opportunity that there is, right? The third thing that you need is belief in the products. This is huge, guys. You'll always hear us say being a product of the product, right? In Arbonne, we are so blessed. We're in several multi-billion-dollar industries, right? We have, I think, 500 consumable products, 500 SKUs. I don't know the exact number, but we have a ton of products, and it's not just one lane, right? We're not just in skincare. We're not just in makeup. We're not just in nutrition. We have something for everybody. We can serve a 6-month-old baby with our diaper rash cream, or like men, women, 90-year-old wanting to focus on their wrinkles. Like, we can help anybody and everybody. So that's incredible from our standpoint, because it's not just one niche market, right? If you're selling just skincare, some people don't wash their face or they don't care, right? If you're selling just makeup, like, a lot of people don't wear makeup. If you're selling just wine, a lot of people don't drink. Or do you know what I mean? Like, so we have something that people have a built-in budget for. So can you honestly say that you've tried a vast variety, maybe not every single Arbonne product, but could you give an honest testimonial if someone said, okay, this is the type of skin that I have, like, what would you recommend? Or if someone said, what's the flavor profile difference between the raspberry truffle protein and the chocolate? Like, what would you say are the key things that stick out? Like, if people were asking you specific questions about the products, would you be like, I don't know what to do? Or do you try the things? And that's not to say that you need to drop everything and buy every single Arbonne product. You can lean on your sidelines, you can lean on your upline. We're all here to help. But like, are you really living the lifestyle? Are you really, have you Arbonized your life to a point where you know how to speak about the products and you believe that people are better off with them, that people will live a better, healthier life with Arbonne in their life, that fizz sticks are life and everyone needs them every single day, right? Like, do you believe this stuff? Is it part of like how you carry yourself? Do people know that? Does someone, this is this is what, like, a fear of mine when I first started Arbonne. I'm like, if someone ever asked me, do you still do Arbonne? I'd be like, oh my God, I am not doing my job, right? Like, we got to consistently be talking about their products, talking about the Arbonne story, talking about the industry of network marketing, talking about like what this has done for us, what the community is like, all those types of things, right? So being mindful of like, okay, what have the products done for me? What is my story? And how can I share that and showcase that in a way that invites other people to be part of the journey too, right? So I believe the 30 days to healthy living is the best way to start your business. If you have not done the 30 days to healthy living, do it, guys, do it. The nutrition is incredible. Our whole motto in Arbonne is healthy living from the inside out, right? We have a holistic approach to health and wellness. We look at the whole person, and we believe that if we start on the inside, you start with the gut, right? Our gut is our second brain. I think 90% of your serotonin levels are governed by your gut. What's serotonin? That controls your mood, your sleep, your hormones, your sex drive, your skin. Everything drives from your gut. I believe it is the best way to start someone, whether it's a preferred client or a new independent consultant, giving them that full makeover of their health with the 30 days to healthy living. Even if they're already healthy, they will see a huge difference, right? And they'll learn so much, because it really is like a nutrition course going through the 30 days. You can tell that I believe in this, right? Like, do you talk about it in a way where people are like sucked in and they're like, I don't even know what it is, but I'm in, right? How do you tell that story? How are you sharing it? Be excited about it, right? You'll hear me talk about the 3 E's: energy, enthusiasm, and excitement. You got to use the 3 E's when you're sharing about our opportunity. If you're just kind of dry about it, or like insecure about it, or like not really sure, or I don't know, or whatever, like, people aren't attracted to that. You can be excited and not know the answers, right? You don't have to know everything to be successful. In this business, we earn as we learn, right? If I waited till I learned everything, I would never have gotten started. I learn things every single day. So I don't want you to compare yourself to other people. I don't want you to put VPs on a pedestal. Guys, we are no different than you. I have heard a lot more no's than you. That's just what it comes down to, right? I've had a lot of struggle in this business. I've had key people leave my business. I've had best friends and family members tell me I'll never be successful in this. I've had people make fun of me. I've had people send accidentally the wrong text to me that's like tearing me to shreds. Like, it's really hard sometimes, right? Like, this business is hard, but this business truly is a personal development business. And that leads me to point 4. And for me, this was the hardest thing. I think this is hard for a lot of people. If this is one is not hard for you, then like you're going to have quite a journey, right? Like maybe fast. I don't know, earnings.arbonne.com. But for me, the hardest part of building this business, and guys, I've been an entrepreneur for 10 years, long before Arbonne, I've been an entrepreneur. And even then, this was the hardest thing. The hardest thing is believing in yourself. That is the hardest thing, is believing that you are capable and worthy and smart enough and good enough and skilled enough to do XYZ. Maybe it's make a certain amount of money per month or per year. Maybe it's earning an incentive trip. Maybe it's promoting to a certain level. Maybe it's believing that you can attract even one teammate and lead them. What are those things that are limiting you or making you feel like, I would never be able to do a call like this? Guys, you know what? When I was in speech, I majored in speech communication in college. And by the way, I was a terrible student. C's get degrees. It's very true. Like, I don't know how I got through college, but I did. Probably because I'm pretty social and I like became friends with the professors usually. And I'm a good sweet talker, but school was not my thing, right? So like something in college, when I would have to present in front of class, I had to turn around with my back facing everyone while like hyperventilating and sweating because I was so nervous of people looking at me and I didn't want to make eye contact with people. Like even this, like I still get like my heart is pounding, I'm sweating for sure. But I'm like, guys, we have to stretch ourselves to do things that make us uncomfortable to grow. You have to in any area of your life, not just in business, right? If you want to be better, you have to do things that make you like feel scared, that give you that pit in the stomach, that pit in your stomach, right? That's telling you you need to lean into it. If you're just staying comfortable and you're never uncomfortable, like if you're just staying comfortable and you never like push into that feeling that's like, oh my God, like what's that going to be like? Or what's the reaction going to be? Or how's it going to land? Or that like kind of nervous, uneasy feeling, you will never grow, right? So in this business, you must become obsessed with growing yourself. You must become obsessed with stretching yourself to do things that you once thought you never would do. That's what it comes down to, right? If you want to be successful in network marketing, you must become obsessed with growing yourself and believing that you, yes, you are capable and worthy of doing what it takes. There's no difference between any of us on this call. I wasn't born better at Arbonne. No, I just decided that I am going to be the ordinary girl that decides to go for it. Are you listening going to be the ordinary girl or the ordinary guy that decides to go for it? And the cool thing is, every single one of our journeys is different. The way that you're going to grow this most authentically and most beautifully and most successfully is by being you. Every single one of us is going to build Arbonne differently. Carissa is going to do it different than Nicole. That's going to do it different than Aspen. That's going to do it different than Margot. Those are the people I see at the top right now. Every single one of us is going to do it different. And that's what makes it so special. So how can you lean more into your gifts? How can you lean into more things that you love doing and the way that you love to show up and the way that you love to share and authentically bring Arbonne into that? Don't overthink it, guys. It doesn't need to be this like scary feat to bring up Arbonne to someone. Like when we make it a big deal, then it becomes a big deal. If you're nonchalant about it, then it's super organic, right? We make up these stories and we hype it up and we have this whole thing before we like decide to share with someone sometimes out of what? Out of fear. And when you really peel back the layers of that onion, where does that come from? It's probably like something from your past or just from your childhood, like a hurt part of you. Maybe a comment was made to you when you were young, or you had a certain experience that made you feel like, oh, this is going to be like that one time when I failed. Guys, if you could see how many times I have failed, you would see like Arbonne was literally like the 10th time that I went all in on something and it finally worked. And it wasn't luck. It's because I had a resilient mindset of like the no matter what. So I want to ask you, have you closed the back door? Have you closed the back door on quitting an Arbonne? Because the only way to fail, what am I going to say, guys? What's the only way to fail? The only way to fail is what? To quit. That's the only way, right? A book, I think it was in a book that Wade was reading recently. It said, where was it? I can't remember now what it was. Maybe it was the Ed Milet book, but they said, who has the most control in a prison? Do you guys know what the answer is? I thought for sure it was like the warden, right? Like the person that's like in control of all the prisoners. And no, it's actually the people that are sentenced to life. The person that's sentenced to life has the most control over the culture and the environment in the prison because they've set up shop. They're like, I'm here until I die. So like, this is like, however they decide to be is going to set the tone, is going to set the pace, is going to set the energy, right? So are you a lifer? If you are a lifer, right, then you will have the most power. You will have the most influence. But if you're kind of like, we'll see where it goes. Yeah, I'm trying Arbonne. I'll give it a month or two. Like, there's no point, right? Can you imagine if you did that in a marriage? I'm going to get married. Yeah, we'll give it like, we'll see how the rest of the year goes. And if he pisses me off, like, it's easy to get a divorce, right? Like, what kind of mindset do you have coming into your business? You have to like really think about that. Like, are you a lifer? And I know some of this can seem intense, but I'm just sharing from like my journey and what I truly know to be factual about how to be successful in this. Okay, so something else I wanted to share. Ooh, okay, let's see. Okay, I jotted down a couple notes. Want to make sure I don't forget anything. Okay, so something I want you to remember when you're thinking about building your business, guys, is people are not numbers, right? It is a numbers game, right? But like in terms of the business, but remember that success in this business, it's not magic. It's not like, oh, she's lucky. So, like that one person joined her business and like they exploded and now she's at this point in her business. No, it's not magic, it's math. How many conversations have you had about the business today? How many conversations have you had about the business or the products in the past 7 days? Like what you track grows. If you're not tracking this, if you're not intentional with this, it's not going to grow, guys. It's not about what you post on social media. Social media is an amazing tool, right? But if social media literally disappeared right now, like, would you still have a business? Do you still have regular communication and contact with your clients and with your team outside of what is being shared on social media, right? We have to be mindful. This is a belly to belly business. People get it twisted that this is about social media. Social media is a great tool. It's a great way to showcase the behind the scenes, but it is absolutely not how you grow this business. You grow this business by connecting with people one-on-one, right? So who are you connecting with on one-on-one? I would rather have you have one intentional conversation every single day. If it's through voice memoing or texting or a phone call or going on a walk with someone every day, that's 365 per year. Then you just blasting, like hoping this hits the masses on stories and never actually like talking to people in real life about what we do and what we have to offer, right? So don't hide behind the screen. I know that feels more safe, but I want to challenge you to like lean into it and have those conversations. While I'm on the topic of social media, I want to touch on this, and I learned this from Jessie Lee. She says there's 3 things you need with social media when you're using it. It's for the purpose is for 3 things: informing, so giving people information; entertaining, right? Maybe you're being funny or whatever; and inspiring. Those are the 3 things you want to be rotating and showcasing on your social media. And she asked this hypothetical question: do you know why people follow you? Do you know why people come to your page? Oh, people come to my page because XYZ. People come for this content. People come for this type of stuff. So being mindful of like, what are you sharing? What are you putting out there, right? So guys, overall, those 4 things is really what's going to help you like blossom into whatever you want to be in this business. If you're on this call, the people that are on live right now, you're here obviously for a reason. You're here because you probably want more out of life in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you want deeper friendships. Maybe you want more connection. Maybe you want to grow personally. Maybe you feel like I did when I started, like there's a sleeping giant inside of you and you don't know how to express it. Like you feel like you were made for more and you feel like you're living such an unfulfilled life and you're scared and you don't know how you're going to do it, but there's so much pressure on you and you feel like there's never been a better time, but there's also like you're so busy, there's never been like it's not a good time. Guys, there's never a perfect time for anything, right? You are here for a reason. You are not capable of dreaming something that is not possible for you to execute. As Ashley Stanfield says, if you have a consultant ID in Arbonne, if you're an independent consultant, you have every capability of becoming an executive national vice president if you so choose, right? And something that's like that I like to think about is like, I know we get really intense about Arbonne and we talk about these on these calls, but guys, Arbonne isn't the end all be all. Like it's just the beginning, right? I wasn't born a little girl like, I want to grow up and do Arbonne. I didn't even know what it was, right? But over the past 4 years being in Arbonne, like it has been the vehicle that has allowed me to do things that I want to do in my life, right? It is the thing that that I consistently work on, and it's the way that I passionately give back to people, and it's the opportunity that has taught me to dream again, that has opened up so many other doors and shown me, Sandy, that scared little girl that used to have to like hide behind a wall or talk backwards in front of a classroom because she was so scared of what people would think of her, or if they would make fun of what she was wearing or anything. I can't, there's so many things. Like, guys, every single one of you can build whatever you want in this business. And it can bleed into other areas of your life where you can create other businesses. You can give back in such huge ways. You know, when you build the area manager in this business, who's an area manager on this call? Raise your hand. There's a lot of us. When you build the area manager in this business, you have a willable business. Do you guys know what that means? Have you really looked into that on the Arbonne website and like Googled it and understand? What Arbonne is saying is you have helped so many people fall in love with these products and fall in love with this business that you now have a willable business. So you're going to want to add that to your will, right? But we're all going to die one day. And when you die, you can pass your Arbonne business. You can put it in your will and pass it on. I want to ask you a hypothetical question. Who are you passing your Arbonne business on to? Is it going to be tithed every month to your church? That'd be pretty cool. Are you going to give it to a charitable foundation, a family member, a spouse, a friend in need, your children? Who are you going to give that to, right? Imagine the lasting legacy you could leave far beyond you're even on this planet because of the work that you're doing now. So how are you going to do that? You're going to do that through building your belief in the industry, in the company, in the products, in yourself. So I hope you got something out of this. I hope it was a good refresher for you. I want every single one of you to know you have full access to me always. Sometimes people will message me and be like, I didn't think you'd see my message, or I didn't think you'd respond. Guys, I read all my messages. I always respond. Even if I haven't met you, I love you. You're not here by accident. Like you're on this team on purpose and we're all in this tribe together. I want to get to know you. I want to learn from you. I want to grow with you. I want to help you. I want to know why you're here, why you're doing this. What do you want this vehicle to be for you? I can help you do that. Your leaders can help you do that. That's what we're all here for. So I love you guys. I believe in you. I'm so excited to see many of you at Empower Live. A lot of you will be there virtually, I know. I'm proud of you for investing in your business. It is not too late. If this is your first call, you can go on empowerlive.arbonne.com right now and register for $99. And it will be the best investment ever. Invest in yourself, guys. Invest in yourself. I love you. Wishing you a happy Monday. Bye, guys.